Good morning, welcome to Spy Money. So last night, the last couple of nights I've run the bot in the evening time because it's shown that it's been working very well. And I'll show you how I know how to turn it on and turn it off, and really it works in your normal trading and such as well. And it's pretty simple, it's just common sense. So last night I went ahead and turned it on. I turned it on at the open, and it caught this first short. It only got the $200 on it. It would have been nice to have picked up the whole thing because I was 4 contracts. There's $3,700 per contract, but let the bot do its thing. It took a short there, took a long there, short, long, short, long, short, long, short, long. So you get this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 winners. I turned it off before I went to bed. So had 10 winners last night, $8,060 on 4 contracts. And get this, it just kept winning. There's another winner. It was the next one. There's a loser. There's a winner. 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 This would have been a loser. Winner. That one would have been a loser, then a winner, winner, and another winner. So what's that? 1, 2, 3 losers altogether. There's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 trades. And 3 of those were losers. So you would have had, 18 wins and 3 losers? I mean, that's a lot of money. And if you control the bot the way I teach, you could have made more. But if you just turned it on with our settings and just let it run, you were good. So you would have been, this is 4 contracts. So if you would have just had 1 contract, you'd have been up $2,000 just on 1 contract. And again, I turned it off when I went to bed, and it did well. Last night I made $1,600 before I went to bed on 4 contracts. So 4 contracts is only $4,000. So it's not a lot of money. You could do this on a larger prop account. I wouldn't want to do it on a $50,000 account or something, but you could do it on a larger prop account and do fine with it. So get started today, and let's get you in the program. Hopefully you can get this set up and running same day. Most people can. It's not that hard. There's complete tutorial instructions on how to do it as soon as you sign up. And we give you a discount on the first month. You only pay $1,000 the first month, and then after that it's $1,300 a month. But for $8,000 in one night, $1,000 is not very much money. So to get you started, it's very simple strategy. It's basically this right here. If you get the arrow, you go for $200, and it works out really well. So we're going for 10 points every time. A lot of people making money. I had a guy call me last night and was thanking me because he's been trading micros, 2 micros. And the day before yesterday, he made $500 on 2 micros trading this strategy. And then last night, he ended up catching this drop, and he made $500 last night just catching this drop on 2 micros. I mean, that's a lot of money. 2 micros, that's a $200 margin, and he made $500. I mean, that's incredible. But he called me and was all excited about it. He could barely talk, and he was just very excited. I said, "What are you doing?" He said, "I'm doing the strategy that you teach, and I'm following the rules." He said, as long as I follow the rules, I make money. And I said, that's great. So how do we know to turn this on? The best way to turn it on is you look back. Let's just say that you're right here. Your trading, let's just say, is right there. You look back and you say, hey, am I winning on the past trades? The answer here is yes. So you turn it on, and there's a winner, there's a winner, there's that would have been a winner. So you got 3 winners right there in a row, and that would have been your daily goal. If you're going for 50%, which is what I recommend, not everybody does, a lot of people keep on trading, but just go for 50% of your margin. If your margin is $1,000, you make $500 and you quit. You would have made that right here. Another way to look at this is if we find some chop, like let's just say right here. This right here, there's not very much movement, so we wouldn't turn it on. We would wait for the breakout. Right there's our first breakout that's making good money. It made a higher high, it broke out, so we turn it on. Right there's our first trade. Right here's our second trade. Here's our third trade. We're done. It's that easy. Just look at the last 3, 4, 5 trades, and are you making money or not? If you're not, the odds is that you're not going to make money if you turn it on. But if you have some winners, like this one right here would have been close to a winner, but this one right here was the breakout. When we broke out and we made money, then we turn it on, because once you break out of this chop, it will start trading. And that's all you got to do. That's the simple rule to running a bot. If you're losing, if it's chopping all through here, more than likely you're not going to make any money. So right through here, this one would have made money, but when it starts chopping around, you just turn it off. And then this one right here would have lost, that would have made money too, but we wouldn't have taken it. We wouldn't have taken this one. Right here's the breakout. Then we turn it on, and then boom, right there's our winner. Right here's a winner. Right here's a winner. So there's 3 winners right in a row. So that's all you have to do. That's the simple rules of trading. Wait for the breakout and then start trading your strategy. And it works. Get started today. Let's go ahead and get you in the program. Make it to where you can do this pretty simple. Learning this program is not hard as far as the Spy Money white label of Quantower. It is very simple to use. I'm going to go ahead and post some videos online on YouTube and the website showing how that it works. That way you're not so intimidated in switching over to a new platform. This platform is very simple to use. It's just not hard. It would take you one day to just kind of go through a couple of videos and get the feel of how things work, and then start using it. It is a very much user-friendly platform, and it's one that I think that you will enjoy a lot. Let's get you started today. Watch this video on how to get started and get in the program, and let's get you going today. We need more people making more money. That's what we need. And we need lives changed. Get signed up today. Hi, welcome to Spy Money. How you get started with Spy Money and get your bots and indicators and strategies and so forth is you go to spymoneyllc.com. Once you go here, you're going to go up to, well, before we start there, you can start by putting your first name, last name, and email address and subscribe to our free live webinars. So anytime I have a live webinar, I send out an email to everybody. A lot of times social media and YouTube and such, you won't get the information until the next day and the meeting's already over. And I had that a lot, so I decided to go ahead and make it to where you can get set up on an email. We don't sell the information or anything like that, so you don't have anything to worry about that. We don't bombard you with a lot of different things. The only thing we do is on this particular one is we send out the webinars. So get signed up for that, and that way you can have those. If you're ready, which I would think you would be, go ahead and click on Lease Program at the top. When you click on Lease Program, it's going to bring you over and talk to you about the lease. The first month is $1,000. We discount it $300, so you can take that $300 and put it in a live trading account so you can trade some micros, and that'll help you get started. Get your feet wet, make a little bit of money. And then once you get comfortable with it, then you go ahead and add more money, trade minis, and you start trading the way the bot traded earlier. So on this one, there is one thing: bots are not set it and leave it system. You want to be managing that bot. You want to watch it. You don't want to turn a bot on and go to work. It's just not what we do. So come down here and we talk about the bots that we have. We have Coaster and Sniper. I'm getting ready to add Snatcher to it. Sniper is the bot of choice. It does a very good job, and right here's the indicators we use, and I've got a little description out from several of these that say what they are. The main exit, there's an entry down here. Where is that one? There's the main trend. Here's the main entry, which is Sniper. So that's our main entry indicator we use, and then we have some where we take profit and so forth. Then we have frequently asked questions. These are the main questions that I get from people. Read through this before you sign up, and it will probably answer some questions that you may or may not have had and help you get started. One thing is the system. Your PC needs to have at least 16 gig of RAM in order to run this, so you need to make sure your computer's fast enough. Once you agree to all that stuff, then I want you to read through these 14 items. I want you to make sure that you understand what you're getting into and what the rules are and so forth. If you agree to these, then I want you to copy these like this. You highlight and then copy. Then go up here to the Contact Us. When you go to Contact Us, it's first name, last name, email, phone number, and right click and put your information here. By doing that, that tells me that you read those 14 items and you agree to them, and then click Submit. Once you do that, you will get an email letting you go ahead and join. The reason I do this is because I want to make sure that everybody understands what the rules and regulations and all that is. I don't want any surprises later for people. So get started, help you out, and move forward from there. We do have a VPS offering. We have partnered up with one. If you're going to do this, do the high performance. I need to change this, but you want to do the high performance. The reason being is you need at least 16 gig RAM. This one will not work. So make sure you sign up for the high performance or the pro, one of these two, and that will work. What this will do is allow you to access a computer in La La Land, somewhere in the cloud, to where you can have everything set up on your VPS, which is the same as another computer, and you can access it from any computer or phone, tablet, or whatever you have access to. So you can access it with all that. And that'll help you like if you're a traveler, you're at home, your work, you can have everything just accessed from another system. Again, the lease program, get started on it. Once you do this, there's going to be a few things you're going to do. You're going to have a platform to download, which is the Spy Money platform. You're also going to have your brokerage account. So my platform will access your brokerage, and the two brokerages that we use are ampfutures.com and we use optimusfutures.com. Check with Rhythmic Data. You can use CQG on AMP, but you're better off just do Rhythmic, and it works with everything. If you don't have a brokerage and you don't have the money to put in it, you can go up here to Funded Account. A funded account, what it does is they give you the money to trade on, and you have to choose Rhythmic Data only. It will not work with Tradeify. It only works with Rhythmic Data. There are 3 right here we recommend, and I personally kind of lean to the take profit because you get faster payouts, and there's no rules with your payouts. If you make the money, you get paid, and that's the one thing I like about them. You can do up to 5 accounts. You click on this right here, and it will open up and use the coupon code NOFEE30, and that will be the only price you pay. I think it's $110 to sign up for a 50,000 account, which is all you need, and you just go ahead and trade it. It works real well. The BluSky works real well, but you can only have up to $100,000 worth of accounts. So 50, that means you can have 2 accounts. You can have 5 with take profit. With Apex, you can have up to 20 accounts, but sometimes when the copy trader works, it doesn't work real good with that. And I think that with the take profit, it just works. We've not had one issue with it. So I'm not sure what the difference is. They're all 3 good companies. Apex is cheaper initially, but then you have to pay $130 to sign up for a live account. So you end up spending about $50 or $60 per account more for this one than you do take profit. So I think I kind of lean to the take profit. But again, all 3 of them work really well. They're good companies, and they stand behind their products. So whichever one you want. And get started on it. Sign up today. We want you to get moving immediately. I have complete instructions on the website in order to know what to do. So it should work out good for you. If you do have any questions once you get signed up, just reach out to me. Once you get signed up, you'll have support tickets, and just create a support ticket. I usually answer those within a couple hours. Sometimes it's the next day, depending on the time, but it's usually within a couple hours. But let me know what I can do to help you. We want to get you started today and get you making money immediately. Have a great day.